So today's masterclass is a special one, as I mentioned, because it's co-hosted by two speakers, and that too by the Mentogram team. So today we are going to address one very important topic, that is how can you put your online knowledge business into autopilot mode, right? So that's ultimately that all of you are very curious to hear about the strategies, curious to hear about the automations that can save you time, that can help you focus on your business rather than focusing on the platform or digital marketing uh, or other integrations, right? So I'll share my screen, right? So guys, just let me know, right, if you are able to see my screen. So once again, a very warm welcome to the fourth episode of the Mentogram Masterclass, right? Today we'll be saying that how can you put your knowledge business on autopilot mode, right? So before we share about ourselves, before we start sharing about the strategies and everything, it's let's like would like to introduce the speakers for today. So I'm Sadhar. I'm the founder of Mentogram, and with me is Meetu. So she is the chief marketing officer at Mentogram, and we decided to host this masterclass because we realized a lot of mentors, a lot of trainers, a lot of course creators must know this automation techniques to save them time, to save their time, to save their money as well, right? So we realized that today we have to come to the screen and share about the strategies that we learned along the way then when we were building Mentogram, right? So today's agenda, we are going to cover 6 things, right? Number one is why automation is necessary in the first place, and then we'll be talking about how can you automate your product, how can you automate your marketing, how can you automate your sales, right? And then me too is going to share about a very special technique through which you can double down on your referral system, right? Your viral referral system that you can nail down on. So that is a very creative technique that we just started implementing, and we are seeing good results out of it, right? And last but not the least, how you guys can claim this automation, how you can have this automation for your knowledge business, right? Ultimately, that's what we'll be covering, right? So our story, the first thing that we're going to discuss is that why automation is necessary in the first place. And it all begins with our story. So in last year, around August of 2020, I and my bunch of friends, we started, we had this ambition of creating this online wellness school of blossoms, right? And we were all set, we were all ready. We created the website. We our idea was simple, right? We wanted to get in more and more wellness instructors on board, and then kind of connect with people who are needing wellness services, like health and wellness services. So that was our idea. But then when we began this journey, we were super overwhelmed. You know why? Because there were just so many platforms that we had to use. One platform for creating a website, one platform for hosting our courses, one platform for bookings, one platform for appointments, one platform for lead generation, one platform for marketing our products, one platform for accepting payments, accepting subscriptions. It was a total mess, right? And what we realized is in this journey that our most of the time we were just focused on using the right platform, on using the integration, that we had lost complete control of our business, right? And then what we did is, then we thought, okay, let's ask people who have already done this, who are already doing this, who are already running their online knowledge businesses, and let's learn from them what they are doing. And when we did this, we interviewed more than 200 mentors, in various fields. Today, someone was, sharing about that he is a corporate trainer. Someone is, having online courses on how to create videos, right? So what we did is we, talked with about 200 people of, similar backgrounds, running an online knowledge business, kind of understanding that what are they doing. And in this interviews, in this research that we did, we had a shocking discovery. you know what? We realized that 80% of the time, the knowledge business owners, the mentors are spending on mundane things, right? Like how to build a website, how to do digital marketing, how to uh, how to create a course, how to do this, how to accept payments, how to message my how to run email automation. 80% of the time is being used on things that are not directly impacting your business, right? Your coaching or your mentoring or your online courses. So this is what we realized, right? And what that now you are more focused on using the right integration, using the platform, that you have very little time of what you know the best, right? Of you, what your passion lies in, that is to teach, to coach, to mentor, right? So that is what we realize, and ultimately the everything, the cumulative effect is on the conversions, right? Ultimately, the mentors have told Adar that we have been doing everything out there possible, but we are not getting conversions. We are just spending too much time on working on the platform. Then we ask them on running social media advertisement, and then kind of we ask them that what was that, and they tell that Siddharth, instead of being a mentor in my field, instead of being an expert in my expertise, it seems that now I am a digital marketing expert, right? Because they have been trying to learn so much about digital marketing that they are forgetting about their own core competencies. So here is where what we realized. And so today in this masterclass, we are going to cover three major areas, that what exactly that we are doing at Mentogram, right? In terms of automating the product, in terms of automating the marketing, in terms of automating the selling, right? So that you can focus on the business, you can focus on making your course or your mentoring program better and better, without spending too much time on very mundane things, right? So I'll cover the first aspect, that how can you automate your product. So now when I say automating your product, it basically means that your product should sell even when you are asleep, right? Now a lot of mentors, they told us that that my product cannot be automated. But guess what? After talking to so many mentors, we realized that automation is definitely possible, right? So the ways to automate is by creating an online course, right? By creating by putting your content out there in video form or in text form, putting it into a course format, and then selling it, right? Basically, once the online course is there, this course can sell even when you're asleep, right? Now a few of the mentors, like majority of the mentors that we interacted with, they told that Siddharth, we do not have video courses, we do not have content right now. And then what we realized is, after talking to these mentors, they said, but 50 to 60% of the things, right? Even if they're doing coaching, even if they are, doing one-to-one sessions or group coaching, they said that 50 to 60% of the things I'm just repeating for all my clients, right? Now, even, you guys have observed that, when you are doing coaching or mentoring or training, that a lot of things gets repeated, right? In fact, we had, this one mentor, who used to take, who had a WhatsApp course on spirituality, right? And then he did one-to-one WhatsApp calls with all his all his students. But then he told Siddharth, most of the times I'm just repeating things to all my students. So does, like, it makes more sense, right? That 50 to 60% of the things can be put into maybe a text form, or maybe an audio form or a video form, right? And that can be given to the student. And then when they come to you for your one-to-one session or your group coaching session, they already know about that 50-60%, right? The remaining thing is basically personalizing and mentoring them, right? So the whole idea is to give this one-to-one mentoring as a premium, kind of market it as a premium add-on or a premium service, right? Where the remaining things, that repeats, can be automated, right? Now I'd like to pass on to Meetu, who will be sharing more about that, how can you automate your marketing, how can you automate your sales, right? And also the bonus viral automation system, right? Meetu, the stage is yours.
So the part that I am going to cover right now, Siddharth shared how to create the course that that works for you. You don't have to go and teach, or you don't have to go and book your conference and things like that. Now we are going to cover how can, once you are done with the product, how can you market it and how can you sell it. And after that, I'm going to share the bonus strategy on how to get 5x referral from your existing system, from your existing leads, from your existing clients. So coming to the referral. So we are going to talk about the two major components of automating your marketing. So these are how to have a system that generates lead for you, and then how to have a system that convinces them to buy from you. These are the two main concepts that we are going to talk about when we are talking about automating your marketing online. So coming to the first one, how to have a system to generate leads online. So as you can see, there are three main things that takes into consideration. I'll be breaking down on all the 3 points, that how can we do that in actual practical application. So the first one is building a sales funnel. Now, for those of you who don't know what is a sales funnel, it's actually an automation that it's like hiring an employee who's taking care of your lead, from starting from lead generation to nurturing them till they are ready to buy, and then taking care of the sales process as well. This entire system that is actually, that used to be a job of a salesperson, is taken care of by the automation in the backend process, which is known as sales funnel. So first of all, having a sales funnel is the first stage, like setting up the platform. Then what we are going to do, we are going to bring in traffic. Now, how can we bring in traffic? There are multiple ways. One is the organic, that is the free content that involves your YouTube videos, that can be your blogs, that can be social media content. All the content marketing that we do, if it is done with a purpose, it should be leading the customer to your into, like, it should be leading them into the sales funnel. They should be bought into the funnel. So that is the second process, how to get them into the funnel. Now what, there are, like, that if 100 people visited your website, maybe 1 or 2% will be among them who buy immediately. Rest of them, rest 10% will maybe scroll through it. They will pay 2-3% of their time, they will invest on you to understand what you are doing. And rest of them, they will just come, they'll be just what do you say, a scroll, they'll just have a scroll and they'll just go away. But you have to make sure that since they have come, they came to your website, there must be some or the other kind of intention that they are having. So you're not supposed to do this, that okay, those who have who have taken some action, I will only focus on them. But rather, we are about to take care of all of them. They will convert, maybe someone will convert in 1 week, someone will take 1 month time, and someone will take few years of time, or maybe 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. So we are not going to leave any of them. Then what are we exactly going to do about that? That is capturing the data of every visitor that you get on your website. We call it lead magnet. So what is a lead magnet? It's basically, suppose you have a website where you are teaching how to have a better domestic life, let's suppose, or it's like a relationship coach. So your main offering is your session. Okay, let's assume that your main offering is your session. Then what can you have in the lead magnet? The lead magnet is going to be given to them, which is, these are the two main things that you should be considering while deciding what can you put it in your lead magnet. It should be something that is very, very quick to apply. That means if you are providing them, like we had a resource We made a 30-page long resource, and it was a heavy research-based resource, and we literally put, I think, 15 to 20 days of ours time, and none, like majority of them, when we called them, sir, ma'am, did you read it? Nobody had the time to read it, and it went, it didn't serve the purpose. So talking from experience, you should be having some kind of lead magnet that is very easy to apply. For example, quizzes are very, very, attractive. They look very attractive, that they take this quiz and understand your relationship with your spouse, or understand your relationship with your, it can be anything. So some kind of quiz, so if they want to enter into that, they have to give their data. So the moment they give their data, they are into the funnel. Now the backend, in the backend, the email automation process will take care of nurturing them. Now what to send exactly on which stage, that is another part that we will cover later someday with a detailed analysis on that. But this is the basic concept of lead magnet, that you are actually going to offer something in return of their data, so that from there the process starts. Now coming to the next thing, how can we convince them to buy from us? So whenever we want to convince anybody for anything, right, it's the 4 factors that right now you can see on the screen: authority, curiosity, community, and FOMO. You will not believe if I just tell you, people like Alexander the Great, even Cleopatra, hamare, like in our history, if you see, who was who was the mentor of Chandragupta Maurya? Chanakya, right? Chanakya, people like them followed it. Now I'll give you the example to prove whether I'm just going on like that, or it has a stat. Like, they always, if you see, now authority means showing your power. Now power doesn't mean physical power. Whatever you are claiming, like let's suppose you're claiming, again I'm taking that relationship coach wala thing, that if you're claiming your expertise as a as a relationship coach that brings result, then you have to, your content, now content means your social media post, your email, your ad, your website, homepage, landing page, everything has to have this 4 component, that it should speak authority. Now how can you speak authority? You can tell them about your, either your achievements, or you can tell them about how, showing either testimonials or giving them proof about it. If you don't have any of it, then you can maybe give some kind of case study, that can be what do you say, an assumption based as of now, so that they get some kind of, maybe you can put it as a question and an answer to it, some kind of thing that shows that you know what you're talking about. That is authority. Then curiosity. Now curiosity is the pizza to the brain, that's what I call. Like, if I have to give you example, will you ignore someone? Like, if I come to you and if I say ki, you know what happened today, and then I'm like, no, leave it, will you be like, okay, leave it? Or you will ask me, no, you tell me now, though you tell me, why did you then told me that you have to, what happened today? So understanding that thing, that it's not you, it's like, it's a psychological thing, that we our human brain, we always kind of try to close the loop of curiosity. If something looks very unique to us, very new to us, we are curious about it, and then we go to get the answer. That is what happens when someone says that please don't go there, that place is not meant for you. You will you will be more enthusiastic to explore what exactly is there. So that's where curiosity comes in. Now what you can do, every time when you are giving a call to action, make sure that they are it's a curiosity driven call to action. How we did it right now, when we told us that if you wait till the end, you will be getting something that will 5x your referral, that will grow your referral to 5 times. So that is the curiosity that we used to, hook you right here. So this is what you have to do in your call to action. Then comes community. A sense of community is something, see, if we are playing feature based, that this is my package, this is what you will get. I think there are a lot of company who will who can, who have financial and human resource to replicate your features maybe in a day or two, maybe even less than that. So feature game and price game will not, be a long term thing. But if you can get that human to human connection, if you can entice them as a person, as what you are right now, then I think that connection cannot be, taken away. Like right now, if we are able to, connect with you, if you feel like this as one of your virtual, family, then I think you will be more comfortable with us rather than any company who's doing the same thing with, with maybe less or more offerings. So community, like we are a social people. So community is something that is innate to us, that is a very basic requirement of us. And if you can fulfill that with your offering, then this is a long-term game. Then last but not the least, FOMO. FOMO is the fear of missing out. So FOMO is something that lot of company is using. If you know about Clubhouse is exactly what it's doing. So for those of you who don't know what is Clubhouse, it's an app that is getting more popular within youngsters, and of course, and like people of a bit older age, they are also considering that. So what they did, they created this VIP, link based or invite based app. What do you say, approval or things like that. Like you cannot download it and you cannot just have it. You have to have an invite so that you can get into it. That is a fear of missing out. Like it happens, like if you are in a friend circle and everybody is being well treated and somehow you are not being asked, maybe it was by mistake, you do feel bad about it, that see that person is talking so nicely to everyone and he didn't even ask how I was. Like uh, you say na, hal chal bhi nahi pucha. So that is FOMO. We experience that in regular life also. Now if you create that, again, that is something that you always want. When you're throwing an offer, they should be buying right now. Then but why will they do it? That they will do it if you create a FOMO. And how to do it is again a different big topic that we will cover in our upcoming classes. So again, coming to the next thing, that is, here the marketing ends, like having a lead magnet which is bringing in leads and then convincing them to get to buy from you. Now we come to the sales part. Once that is done, we are going to take care of the sales part. Now in the sales part, you have to make sure that all the hard work is basically done. Creating the platform, creating the product that they will like, doing the market research, bringing them in the lead funnel, then nurturing them, creating that, all these curiosity, authority, FOMO, community, everything is done. And after few months, weeks or years time, when they actually plan to buy from you, you have to make sure that everything is in place. This is not a place where you have to do anything, but you have to make sure that you are giving them um, enough option to pay you, enough easy access to buy from you. Like they should not do lot of clicks, lot of form fill up, lot of procedure. Because what happens when we are doing lot of things, our mind get activated and we start to rethink about the buying process. For example, if somehow you convinced me about your product, but your sales process is so technical, so heavy, that to fulfill it, I have to activate my mind. So what happens is that impression that you made on my subconscious mind, it will dilute, and my conscious mind will start acting, which will act logically. Now it's very, very difficult to just convince the logical part of the mind, because then you will face the money challenge, then you will face feature challenge, and these games are very hard to win. So that's why make sure that it's very seamless, technology is very smooth, the process is one or few clicks process. Even if it is an upsell, it should be very easy to choose or ignore your offer. Then they should be having multiple payment options, so that they don't feel uh, they don't have to again make decision while buying from you. And again, you can use coupons, you can use discounts for further making the offer more enticing. This is the process of sales, like automating the sales. Now the final juicy part of the thing that you all wanted to hear, what we call active referral system. This is what the secret or the secret sauce that we were about to reveal. Now, what is active referral system? First, I want all of you all to put in the chat section how many of you have benefited from referrals. Just give me a walkthrough so that I can understand whether it's actually valuable or not. Everyone. You can just type in the chat section that whether referral marketing or referrals or word of mouth was helpful to grow your business. You can just type yes or no. Okay. I'm waiting for everyone's answer so that I can start with the main thing. Okay, so you guys can keep on writing. I think I'm getting too delayed. So let's start on the actual thing. So what happens in the normal system, normal referral system, what happens that you have a client, they will, they will like your service. And then you will ask, sir or ma'am, if you like my service, can you please refer me to some of your friends? Either this is the first case, or you will just let it be, and they will be like, it's on their own will. Like if they like it and if they feel like helping you, then they might refer you to some of their connections, right? This is what happens. This is the passive referral system. Like it works when you are putting some kind of effort, or the other person, if they show interest in your growth, if they are that much into helping you, then they come to the play and then things start rolling in. What is active referral system is that it will work for your referral, to generate referral from you, for you day and night, without you actually getting. Also, one more thing, it's very embarrassing sometimes to actually go and tell them, sir, can you please give me a referral? Like lot of us face that issue, right? And that is also a reason that we, if we are an introvert, we are like, okay, let it be. If they feel like I am a good, I'm providing a good service, they will refer to me, like refer to their friends. What this system is going to do is, as I told you, it's going to, because it's again based on automation, so it's going to actually help you get referrals day and night whenever someone lands and decides to buy from you. Now how will that happen? So there are a lot of what do you say, lot of course creating platform or coaching business or knowledge business platform out there which will help you grow and do all these things. But the problem is, it's just the automation for the sake of being, just the name is automation. Ultimately, you have to go, you have to do all these things. What Mentogram has discovered, if you remember this thing, I don't know how many of you have witnessed it. I think 5 to 6 years ago, this was a very famous strategy used by a lot of companies here in India. Even Amazon had it in one time of the, one time of their marketing, this thing. What they used to do, let's suppose I bought, I'm planning to buy, let's suppose a top or a dress for me, right? So I went on this platform, right? And then it's saying 2000 INR. So I was quite okay with the price. But then they showed me, wait, you can get it for 1000, like 1000% discount, 1000 rupees discount. But you have to perform one activity. What is that activity? You have to share it with 5 people in your WhatsApp, chat section. That is one thing. Or you have to share this to your Facebook page. So that is, what is it doing? You coming to my website, now you are already buying from me, but you are also helping me get 5 more eyeballs. Or at least if you are sharing it on your WhatsApp group, then all the member in the group will be able to look at this. Okay, this person is taking these kind of products or using these kind of services, right? So basically, rewarding them for some kind of referrals that they are doing. And it's like, let's suppose you have a free course that you already wanted to give it for free, and you showed it to them that, see, these are the things that I am providing. Somehow you convinced them. That again comes down to copywriting. We will be covering it in the coming master classes, that how can you choose the right words to generate the, the curiosity, the drive, the authority factor, community and FOMO wala thing in your website and course description page. But coming back to the thing, somehow you convince them for 500 rupees, giving you 500 rupees for a free course. And you told them, see, you can get it for free if you share this link. If you just click on this link, which is again automated in the system, which is already automated in your Mentogram's sales page that you are going to get on our page, our sales page. So that person just have to click that link, and what that will do, it will auto generate a message which they will be just sharing in their WhatsApp group, in their Facebook group. And that is how things starts rolling in. Now I will just I want you to just have a demo, just look things in action. So Siddharth will be coming and he will be showing you the thing that I showed you. Maybe it's getting a bit confusing because technical aspect is there. So I'll ask Siddharth to just show them what I mean, so that they can understand the exact power of this active referral system.
Yes. I think, we covered a lot of topics today, right? Starting from why automation is necessary. Then we discussed about how can you automate your product, so that you can sell it even when you're asleep. How can you automate your marketing using, offering lead magnets and the email nurturing system. Then we too discussed about, offering a seamless checkout process to automate your sales. And then we discussed about the active referral system, right? I think that's maybe it might be a bit too overwhelming for you guys, right? So to make things more crystal clear, let me share my screen and let me show it that how it is implemented, right? So you guys can connect with it, right? So let me know, right, when you can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen? The platform, right? So this is one of our So this is one of our mentors that we have, right? That I was referring to in the beginning. So he is based in Bangalore in India, and he's teaching about stillness, right? So kind of we will use his case study to understand all the different components, that we just discussed, right? So component number one was automating the product, right? So the mentor, right? So his name is Acharya Natesh Mahadevan, right? So what he did is he was having his WhatsApp course in which he was providing mentoring through WhatsApp or Zoom, right? So what we did is that using Mentogram, he converted that into an online course, right? And 50 to 60% of the things that is shared, that is common, that he used to share on WhatsApp, he kind of created in this kind of course format, so that his learners can get immediate access to the course. They can read the materials, they can ask for any confusion in the mentoring call, right? Thus saving lot of time for the for our mentor, right? So that was number one, right? He was able to automate his product in such a way that now even he like his time commitment has reduced drastically. Number two, as Mitu was mentioning about lead magnets. So in his platform itself, he is offering lead magnets like these. So he has recorded 3 audio clips, right? That is, one is about freedom, and the other is about present moment. Other is about meditation. So what he has done is he has created audio clips that a person can get it for free. All they need to do is they need to give their email address and name, right? So once they do it, then they move to the next part in the funnel, right? That is to take them to the course, right? If they're interested in the course. So here is where automation of marketing comes, where the inbuilt email automation system will be triggered, and I'll be receiving emails. You like it will already be auto set, right? So here is where the next piece in the funnel comes, that are you ready to amplify with me? Then you submit the form, and once you submit to the form, then it will take me to the checkout experience, right? The checkout experience is such that I can take the course. I can as you can see, the course is very expensive. It's $2,000. So what can also be done is the same payment can be broken down into a subscription model, and there is where automation of sales come in, right? uh, uh, Mr. Natesh, right, our mentor, he's offering discount coupons, to catalyze the sales process. He's offering subscription based payments, that okay, if you do not want to pay 2,000 upfront, you pay maybe $500 each month for the next 4 months, right? The EMI system. So that will convince the learner, right, to speeden up his decision, that whether I should buy or whether I should not buy, right? So that is basically automating the sales process. And the final thing that Meetu discussed, that how can you have an active referral system? How can you grow, right? How can you scale? Like you got one sale, you got two sales. Now how can you convert that into 5, 10, 15 sales, right? So there is where the group buy feature comes in, right? In the group buy feature, so it's links to our platform. Now, in this particular active referral system, what happens is that now normally the course is $2,000, right? As you can see. But if I buy this course maybe in a group, right? So like here, you guys can see an option that the course is $2,000, but if I buy or join a group, then I can get it for $1,500, right? That's a huge discount. That's about 25% discount, right? So as you can see, that I can get this deal for, there is a time limit put onto this offer, and at least 5 members have to be part of this deal, right? So then they will get at $1,500 price, right? So what is your benefit in that? Earlier you are getting one sale for $2,000, but now you're getting 5 sales for $1,500, right? So this is basically how the active referral system works, right? And also me too mentioned about referring. So we have added gamification, right? Everyone loves gamification. right? Everyone loves loyalty, everyone loves loves points, getting discounts. So with every purchase that learner makes, they will be getting some points, and then these rewards, these points can be claimed for can be claimed for further discounts, can be claimed for some rewards, right? All they need to do is either buy the product or they need to share it, right? They need to share it on their WhatsApp, they need to share it on the LinkedIn, or they just need to share it, and they get points, right? They get points when they share, they get points when they buy, they get discounts if they're buying together. So this is basically the active referral system that we were talking about. So all in all, the whole purpose of today's masterclass was to let you guys know that there are automations like these available, through which you can automate your product, automate your marketing, automate your sales, and also grow, automate your scaling part, right? By building an active referral system, right? But that does not mean, right? See, this is not a shortcut, but this is just a technology put into good use, right? So that it can save a lot of time for to you, right? So that you don't need to figure out how to build a sales funnel, how to integrate this, how to run email automations, right? You don't waste your time in doing all those like figuring out the mess, because 80, as I mentioned, right, about 90% of the mentors, they said, Siddharth, I'm spending majority of my time in figuring out digital marketing, in figuring out how to build a website, and how to build how to refer more people, how to find more sales. But the catch here is that more time has to be spent on creating good content, in creating good courses, on creating quality mentoring, right? More time has to be spent on what you guys are good at, right? And the automations will handle the remaining, right? But like as I mentioned, it should not be considered as a shortcut, but rather it is a way to save up your time. Obviously, save up time is money, so save up your money and kind of boost up your conversions, right? So this is kind of, guys, we we have from our side. If you want to refer, you can definitely refer this site. You can model this site as well, right? I'll put this site link in the chat, so that you guys can actually experience experience what we mentioned, right? As well as this is one of the sample sites we have. We have many other mentors on board. One such is this company called Meet Ventures. So they are building an online. They have an online program for entrepreneurs. So these are the mentors for this website. We also have this website called Recruitment Training Academy, in which they are selling recruitment courses, right? So they have a wide variety of courses. I think they have about 9 or 10 courses on their platform, right? And they are using this same method of automating their product, automating their marketing, automating the sales, right? So this is what their funnel looks like, right? So they have their LinkedIn profile checklist, they have the resume checklist, right? So once I do this, then my email automation will start, right? So these were a few examples, guys, that we had to share. And the heart of the matter is that now how you guys can implement it, right? How you guys can avail this, how can you guys use this in your knowledge business, whether that that's an online course business, or it's a mentoring business, coaching business, right? So whatever sort of business you are in, we are very sure that this method can save you time and increase your conversions, right? And I think we'll conclude our masterclass here, right? We'll get in touch with you guys very soon, next week, right? So thank you for your time. Thank you for taking the interest. Thank you for trusting us. And wishing you a very happy weekends. Right? Take care, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.